Hello? I'll be damned. I think it finally works. I don't know why when I schedule something the mic doesn't work. But apparently it's working now. So I know I got off to a late start as a result. Uh, got a new desktop with a new webcam, and I haven't worked out the kinks yet. But I'm happy to be here. Where did I put my foam number one finger? Yes. Arizona State's playing TCU. They received the kickoff. Sam Levitt is trying to do his work. And I'm in a bit of a unusual situation in that my desktop is a bit of a ways away from the TV. The laptops weren't working too well. So I'm hoping the third computer will be the charm. And once again, Tim Brando is doing the play-by-play, always highly entertaining. And we are now at 3rd and 6. The Sun Devils are on their own 44-yard line. So it's a bit hard to see based on this angle, so you're going to see me backed up quite a bit. This is going to be an extremely fascinating experiment. And we have a run attempt by the Devils. Brown. And it looks like the ball got fumbled. TCU is claiming they have it. Just when I come in, ASU commits a turnover. They may review it because it looks like his knee may have hit the ground. So now we have to wait. College still hasn't worked out expedited review yet. So it's kind of weird that this is on a Friday. But to summarize the status of these teams, TCU is undefeated. ASU has a loss based on a road effort at Mississippi State. Mike Pereira is doing his, from the referee's perspective thing. Now, we only gained a yard if it turns out this is overruled, but there is no but about it. They're going to have to punt because it was on 3rd down. Unless they decided to do the pro extreme thing and go for it at midfield. But But they're taking an extremely long time to figure this out. The waiting is the hardest part. Every day, see one more. Every day, get one more yard. Okay, it's been overruled. Devin Gardner's the color analyst who had a good call about overturning that call. And yes, the Sun Devils are going to go punt it. Number 34, McKenzie will punt it for the Sun Devils. Number 7 of TCU, Dwyer will return it. Then again, maybe not, because it went out of bounds. It was not a good punt. They rule it out of bounds at the 26. And Josh Hoover is the quarterback for the Horned Frogs. Number 10 set a record for season passing last year, so he's got the goods. So he's going to start out from the gun. Hands it off to Trent Battle, number 6, and he gets -0. Lost a yard. Crook, number 8, for the Sun Devils made the tackle. And quick snap, and already a sack. So the defense is doing their thing. Number 9, O'Neal on the hunt. Oh, for what it's worth, you can't see it too terribly well. Well, my Arizona State football's up there. I didn't know where else to put it. May have to turn on the light so you can see it. Hoover back again to pass, and now he's running to try and get the first down. Oh, he got upended. Doing a somersault. Number 4. Rouser. And so the Horned Frogs already punt it. And the punt in this case was a really good one. Got a nice bounce. Nice Horned Frog bounce. That's put down at the 6-yard line. So the Sun Devils are going to have a long ways to go. So, as a result of this being an early game, there's not much to look at in terms of reference of how the rest of the conference is doing. I could look that up, though. Just a see if anyone else actually did bother to play either today or earlier in the week. Because the way with the TV schedule is, games are all over the map in terms of what day of the week it is. So there is another game going on, Florida State versus Virginia. Florida State seems to have worked its way back into the top echelon of college football. TCU, as it turns out, is ranked 24th in the nation. Houston will play winless Oregon State later. They're showing Coach Dillingham doing masterful work as always. This is going to take all of his doing. Ball's actually been placed at the 7 as Sam Levitt hands it off to K. Brown, number 1. They've got 2 Browns in running back core. So 2nd and 6. Fake by Levitt. He's now a bit rushed, and he's able to run it out of bounds. They also profiled TCU head coach Sonny Dykes, who at one point led this team to the national championship final. Unfortunately, they got their butts beat bad. So he's been coaching for a long time, always presents a dangerous lineup. I think he was initially at Texas Tech. So it's 3rd and 3. Levitt back to pass, and he's in trouble, but he gets the pass off, and he gets it completed to Tyson. That looked very dangerous. And now we got a flag. Holding on the offense. 55 is the guilty party. Dillingham can't help but shakes his head. That's Obigbo. And yeah, he had a handful of jersey there. Quite a catch by Tyson. So 3rd and 10. Levitt back to pass again out of the gun. Under pressure yet again, but he's going to run out of trouble and get the first down. And get past the 20 to boot. The New Millennium version of Jake the Snake. So single setback, receivers in motion, and it's a handoff to Brown, number 3. It's a 3-yard gain. 2nd and 7. Levitt back to pass on 2nd down, and he gets it off, and it looks like the offensive number 9. There are a lot of people on this team with the same number. Unfortunately, Harpole was considered down by contact before he could run off to the end zone. His knee was down at the 29. So 3rd and 1. And Levitt is going to sneak it in easily to get the 1st down. No hesitation. So it's nice to be able to see all the Arizona teams locally, although yesterday was an absolute fiasco in terms of me getting the stream off. Levitt back to pass once more, and again he's flush, but he gets the pass off. Unfortunately, it's too far away, and it's incomplete. So 2nd and 10. Levitt back to pass again. Again, he's under pressure, but gets the pass off from Mateer, the tight end. Oh, apparently he stepped out of bounds before he came down with the ball, so incomplete. And hello, whoever's joining me. Take off your jacket and stay a while. Feel free to chat me up. Oh, he was juggling it. So, at any rate, it's now 3rd and 10. Levitt back to pass once more, and this time he's dropped. Elonzor number 3 was the one who got to him. That sent him all the way back to the 20. So it's 4th and 17. They're going to punt it again. McKenzie off with the punt. Another not so very good punt. It goes out of bounds at the 49. Only a 31-yard punt. So apparently this is a backup punter. Gotta investigate that a little more. Or maybe a walk-on punter. So still about a half dozen teams that have yet to play a conference game. The other punter on the squad is Canyon Floyd. I don't remember which one of these guys played. I think McKenzie did. Yeah, last week. So I don't know why he's saying he's being forced to punt. .619 left to go in the first. So Hoover back on the field for the Frogs. Back to pass. Gets it off. Rogers, number 0 with the catch. But hold on. We got Laundry. He got 8 yards on the play, but we got to see what's going on here. Dykes has a patented air raid offense. And we're still getting a lot of discussion about this flag here. Again, this crew seems to be taking inordinately long to make a decision. Come on. Illegal touching of a forward pass. Something about being covered up. So that was a loss of down play, in addition to 5 yards penalty. Battle number 6 for the Horned Frogs has the subsequent run. So it's 3rd and 10. Apparently, TCU has some injury woes to contend with, including at running back and at kicker. And Hoover's now doing an audible. They like to go fast. Hoover back to pass now. And he gets it. Jumping up. Number 7 of the Horned Frogs. Dwyer. Skied up to get the ball. Now at the Devils' 32. Battle tries to run it. Next play, gets only a yard. Hoover was under some heavy pressure, but was able to get it off in time. And Dwyer was able to reach up for it before he got hammered. Another quick pass by Hoover to Dwyer, but Dwyer couldn't hold on to this one. Incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 9. So apparently a late monsoon occurred in the valley, caused a lot of havoc with the weather preventing people from getting off to the stadium in time. Oh my! Hoover got to Dwyer again. The ball may have been tipped, but they get a first down. When I look this far away from the TV, it's hard to see what's going on. And Hoover pitches it off to Battle, who gets about 6 before he's upended. Rouser on the tackle along with Crook. Now 2nd and 4. TCU sticking with the no huddle. Hoover is now audibling, it appears. And he pitches it off to Battle again, who cuts through the defense, dives in the end zone, gets a touchdown. Ugh. '99 will do the extra point for TCU. Kick is up, and it is good. McCaslin's the kicker. Up. Wait a minute. We got one of Jade's headbands. A little yellow hanky. I gotta put that into my lexicon from now on. And again, we're waiting a long time. Running into the kicker. Penalties declined. And the water boy nearly ran into the referee. Adam Sandler's making an appearance. Nice dive by Battle to get into the end zone. They just had a Nike commercial with Kyler Murray in it. When you win more, you get recognized more. Obviously, we're at a commercial break. Apple's trying to tempt me with this orange iPhone. Your powers of persuasion will not work on me. See, there were games on Thursday. East Carolina beat Army. That was the lone Thursday game in the American Conference. American Athletic Conference, if you want to be more specific. And yes, we're getting a reminder that the playoffs begin in October. Toronto apparently clinched the AL East. I know that the Dodgers clinched the NL West. The Mariners clinched the AL West. And the other divisions, for all I know, are up for grabs. And the kick is away. And that goes out of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Whoops, and we have a lot of movement before the snap. A bunch of little yellow hankies there. False start, even though there were multiple people moving, they charge it to number 78. And ASU going no huddle as well. It's 1st and 15. And a fake handoff once more. Nice catch by Tyson. Bit short of a first down. Under 3 minutes to go in the quarter. And fake handoff again. Levitt back to pass, but he's flushed out of the pocket, and now he's going to run it. Oh, as it turns out, Dyson did get the first down on the previous play. It's a gain of 2 for Levitt on this one, so 2nd down and 8. So ASU got a generous spot there. Ball's in the 36. Levitt in the gun. Hands it off. Oh, nice run! And he's still going! Brown number 3 on the carry for the Devils. He went right up the middle, and it took a while for them to get him down. TCU 36. That's a 28-yard gain. And another handoff. Again, Brown snaking through the defense this time as he goes to the left side. This is Raleek Brown, number 3. And it's a Kyrie Brown, number 1. So we got to be careful not to get our Browns mixed up. It's what can the Browns do for you? Did a bit of a juke move in addition to jumping over a defender. So now we got K Brown, number 1, taking the handoff. He gets about 3. backs number 10 in on the tackle for TCU. And the first quarter is about to come to a close. Oh, they're going to run a playoff. Levitt goes back to pass. He's got a man wide open. Oh, it was almost picked. McLean was wide open, but the ball was lofted, and that allowed number 21 to catch up and get in front of McLean. Oh, that's Clark. Very chagrined look on his face. So, bit of good luck for us. Okay. Florida State and Virginia are now tied at 28, going into the fourth. And we're now getting our first look at the ASU promo commercial. Once again, this is my second week in a row of doing a Sun Devil game. They feature their online program quite persistently. So, my football isn't looking too visible. But it's there. It's right there. Let's see. I could put it over here. This list of books I need to read isn't entirely stable. Excuse me. Give it a shot. And as you can see, I have my protest shirt. Ooh, nice. All right. Working out. Okay. So each team has a coach from Boise State initially. So we've got 3rd and 8, excuse me. Ball at the 23. Levitt back to pass. And he's under pressure again and sacked at the 29. So Sun Devils will be forced to kick a field goal. Jesus Gomez, who kicked the game winner last week, will be the one to try and get them on the board for the first time tonight. This will be 46 yards. And that is no good. Ugh. Brando's claiming the announcer jinx. Yeah. I ate too much for lunch today. And once again, I'm paying the price with all these yawns. Obviously, we have a commercial timeout. Now I'm seeing a bunch of games almost back to back, or quite often back to back. Commercials don't look anything new or anything particularly appealing. And everyone's getting into the action with this iPhone 17 Pro. We just had Jeff Bridges in a commercial for it, along with Zesty Zoe Saldana and some other guy I've never heard of. Ay, 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 ay. Oh, a James Harden sighting on the sidelines. I had the fortune of seeing him in college. Got discounted tickets as a grad student. And they delivered a beatdown at UCLA that was a joy to treasure. Okay. So the ball's at the 29. Unlike in the pros, they do not set it for the offense where it was missed from, but where the ball was snapped. And we have a run that was stopped. Gain was only of 3 or 4-3, 2nd and 7. Hoover fakes the handoff, gets a quick pass off, and it's incomplete. Dwyer looked like he had it, and then he just dropped it. A lot of that's going on lately when it involves Arizona. Hello there, whoever's joined me. Take off your jacket and stay a while. Feel free to chat me up. I'm sitting way back here because I'm testing out a new computer vantage point that hopefully will not disconnect me. Or at least start up on time, unlike my laptops. 3rd and 7 now. Hoover back to pass. And nice way to get away from the tackle. And he got to the 45. Man, Jack, number 14 with the reception. Quite a name. Oh, what the heck is going on here? Attempted a trick play where they had the O-line extended out to the right. And they end up doing an end around by a receiver, number 3, Everhart. And Everhart got 9 yards out of it. And now we've got a backwards pass to a receiver who passes it to another receiver who gets to the 28 of the Sun Devils. And it's a first down. Ezukanma was the one on the receiving end. I got to look and see if Arizona State played this team last year. The conference is so big, you're playing barely half of the other teams. That was a 17-yard gain. Hoover back to pass again. He's lofting it up again for Dwyer, and now we got a flag, and it looks like there's going to be pass interference on the Devils. Oh, face mask on the offense. That was Dwyer, the intended receiver, who did that. Wow. Oh, yeah. With the white glove on the dark face mask, that's kind of an obvious foul to see. So 1st and 25. Ball's been moved back to the 43 of the Sun Devils. They do a run, and it's a huge loss. Number 18, Hughes, tackled Battle, and they got him all the way back to the 50. So TCU's going way, way, way back. We're setting the way back machine really back. He really took on the offensive lineman to do that. Very impressive. Hoover gets a pass off, and they gain all the yardage back and then some. Rogers, number 0, the tight end, was carrying people like they were sacks of potatoes. So the ball's now at the 7. 1st and goal. Hoover hands it off to Payne, and he gets a touchdown. More bad starts for an Arizona team this week. The Cardinals were down 14-3 in the first half yesterday. And it's just as well that my mic didn't work on that, so I could just completely delete that and put it out of my mind. So it's comeback time. The kick is up, and it is good. Nuts. Ugh. As we attempt to look back at last season, probably need Wikipedia for this. No, they did not play TCU. But they're getting a handful today. So, in terms of who else they played that they played yet last year, or more accurately, who they didn't play last year, they're playing this year. That's Baylor to start, and then TCU obviously today. Houston. Iowa State, though they played them in the championship game, they did not play them during the season last year. Oh, West Virginia and Colorado. So that'll complete it all. So here comes the kickoff. And it was pooched. Harpole with the return. He caught it at the 25 and then got 5 yards after the fact. And now we got some extracurricular activity, it appears. little skirmish. We did not get to see the end result on the TV. It happened off camera. Okay, let's see what Levitt can do. Quick pass off to the running back. Our Brown number 3 got 5 out of it. So, going to be quite a bit of baseball going on tomorrow. It has playoff implications. Reds playing the Brewers. It's going to be the featured game. We have another handoff. Our Brown again, number 3. Short of a first down, though. It'll be 3rd and 1. And Hines Ward coaching up the Devils. And another run, and he did not get it. They were prepared for the sneak, so they had a lot of guys up on the line already. And now, are they going to go for it? Okay, taking risks early. And now TCU's taking a timeout to think about what's going on. I may have confused myself with, there's a Spike Dykes involved with Texas Tech. I don't know if it's Sonny by another name. I'll have to look that up. Well, she still looks like it's going to go for it. Oh, Levitt's going out to the receiving end. And they're going to do the Wildcat. I don't think he made it. Yep. Yeah, that was a very questionable call. Trying to get cute usually backfires against you. They're not going to review it, even though it looked like he might have gotten closer than the refs indicated. But the ball's at the Devil 39. We got a draw that the Sun Devils sniff out well. They end up losing 3, the Horned Frogs do. So it'll be 2nd and 13. 8 minutes left in the half. Levitt fakes the handoff, back to pass. Now he's going to do his own. Oh, that's interesting. He did a backwards pass after crossing the line of scrimmage. Got it to Payne. And that was definitely a behind pass based on the angle. They got the first down as a result. Hoover's trying to do the loft again, and again it's incomplete. And again we got a flag. 82 was the intended receiver, and Hoover got pummeled after he let go of the ball. Let's see what the call is this time. Pass interference on the defense. Number 1's the guilty party. And yeah. Black glove on the white jersey has the same effect. It's easy to see. That's half the distance to the goal penalty in college. So it's at the 13 now. And we got a handoff to Payne. Gets 3. And another fake handoff and an attempt that went behind Manjack, and it's incomplete. So it'll be 3rd and 7. So it'd be great if the Sun Devils could hold them to a field goal at the most. Band's trying to whoop things up. Still behind the south end zone as they usually are, except a little more over to the center. And Hoover's forced with a running down play clock, but he gets the snap on time. And another incomplete pass. Rogers this time had a guy draped all over him, able to deflect the pass. So looks like they're going for a field goal. So I think he may have hit Rogers' arm right as Rogers caught the ball. Nice play. So McCashland is going to attempt a 27-yard field goal. The kick is up, and it's good. So he is indeed the backup kicker. So 6:24 left in the half, and we're back to commercial break. So That wide receiver throw to the other wide receiver was Manjack. He was the guy that made the throw for the big completion as Ezukanma. I don't know why ESPN doesn't do the play-by-play showing on their website like they do for NFL games. And Virginia's gone up against Florida State. A little over 2 minutes left in the fourth. That would be something of an upset there. Florida State's ranked 8th in the nation. Now, according to ESPN, the Blue Jays haven't clinched the title yet. They're tied with the Yankees. The Yankees did at least get a playoff spot, as did the Red Sox, who have clinched at least a wild card. And now we're back to the action. Okay. And the wind blew the ball off the tee. They may need to have someone hold it down. "17 miles an hour is what they say, and the humidity, if I'm reading that correctly, is 63%. So yeah, monsoon-like weather definitely. And the kick goes off, and it's squibbed. Anderson gets it to the 35. I don't know if it was a decision to squib it. I don't think he was used to having to get a finger on the ball. And it's interesting, there's a yard marker that indicates on the field how many yards are left. It's a flashing number sign. Okay, let's see what they can make out of this one. Malik Brown, unfortunately, doesn't make much. He only gets a yard. Levitt's now back to pass. Gets a swing out pass to R. Brown, number 3. Gets a nice gain. About 7. As we approach the 5-minute mark, ball's in the 43. Levitt back to pass. And he's going to do a bomb. Oh, he got Tyson! And he got a touchdown! Ho, ho, ho! What a comeback! Tyson was wide open. streaking down the sideline. And that gets the crowd going. Go, Devils, go! Yes, right there, right there, right there. Barely touched on his way to the end zone. That's what you needed. That's what I'm talking about. And Gomez gets the extra point. All right. Levitt was pumped up after that. So, all right. I'm awake now. Okay, let's get back to looking at baseball playoff results. So, Seattle won, of course, the AL West, like I said. The Guardians and Tigers are now tied for the AL Central. And the Astros are still in contention for a wild card spot. They're currently playing the Angels. It's the bottom of the third. No score. Both Cleveland and Detroit lost earlier today. While the Blue Jays and the Yankees both won. The Mariners are also playing against the Dodgers, of all teams. It's in Seattle. They're leading 1-0 at the top of the third. So the Dodgers, despite all the firepower they accumulated, they've had to deal with pitching injuries left over from last year. So the Brewers are actually challenging the Phillies for the best record in all of baseball. The Brewers have a game lead. And they already won the NL Central, as the Phillies have already won the NL East. So all that's left is the wild card slot. The Cubs and the Padres have made it. And they had quite a gap between them and the other three teams that have at least 80 wins. So three teams are fighting for one spot. The Diamondbacks, the Reds, and the Mets, who seem to have the AL East sewn up early, but had a very precipitous fall. So that was a 57-yard catch. And Gomez will kick it off. And it's a touchback as the ball goes to the back of the end zone. And we're trying to do what they call a blackout, with everyone wearing black shirts. I don't know how successful they were. Apparently the band didn't get the memo. I probably could stand to start turning on more lights. That wasn't good. So Bell had a run for TCU, but lost a yard. So I'll fix the lights in a few. But yeah, it's too bright on my face. It's too close to me. Second and 11 now. Hoover back to pass. He does the shovel pass thing, and again a loss of yardage. Fight number 99 sniffed it out real good. That was Payne who got the reception. He'd have been better off dropping it. 3rd and 13 now. Hoover tried to get to Dwyer, but it was a bit too far. And I smell a comeback brewing. 4th and 13. Crowd's really getting into it now. .31 with the punt. And we've got a flag on the play as the catch was made. K. Brown was the one receiving it. And there may have been catch interference by TCU. Yeah, number 80, Hayes, got a little too close for comfort. Okay, so the ball's at the TCU 47. Levitt gets the pass off to R. Brown, number 3. Gets a modest gain, 5. Jeez. Levitt back to pass. Gets it quickly off, and we got a first down. To 0, Tyson again. Getting more involved in the offense in the first half than he did when he was in Baylor. And under 3 minutes to play. Tyson's already got 4 catches. I don't think he had a single one in the first half of the last game. Levitt was forced to scramble, had a receiver open, but the pass was too low. And Levitt didn't look happy about something. .15 was the intended target. Levitt back to pass again. Got time. Now he's going out. And he does a nice couple of jukes. And he may go low. He stopped short. Brought down by a touchdown-saving tackle at the 8. Oh, definitely got some Jake the Snake in him. Are they having a 2-minute warning now in college? Huh. I thought somebody called a timeout. Oh, well, what the hell? Okay. Let's see how that works. Oh, much better. Hardly any glare this time. Okay. So, Comeback City. Okay, back to checking out the MLB standings. So, the Mets. Don't think they. It doesn't look like they play. Oh no, they lost to Miami. The Reds. They're now leading the Brewers. 2 outs left in the bottom of the ninth. They're at Milwaukee, so one last chance for the Brewers to try to win this game. And the D-backs are up 2-0 over the Padres in San Diego. And the Reds have officially won. So they are able to get themselves into a tie with the Mets. Looking like it's going to come down to the final day on Sunday for a bunch of teams. Some nice views of Saguaros. Since both the Cardinals and Sun Devils are playing at home, you're getting a lot of the scenery. So 1st and goal. We got an end-around run by a receiver. No, he faked it! Oh, I was completely faked out, and Lilith got the touchdown. Houdini at work. Even Brando was tricked. And the kick is good. Did not get a hand on him, TCU did. And even Brando agrees he got some snake in him. Go, Devils, go! So 2 quick drives with a 3 and out in between of TCU. Leads now down to 3. And again, we got the ball going into the back of the end zone. Okay, TCU's Hoover's back to pass. And Payne dodges a tackler, but is forced out of bounds immediately afterwards. Gets maybe 3. That stops the clock. Levitt's in the gun, Hoover's in the gun, and we get Arizona State jumping off sides. It's not what we need. Oh, he was drawn off by the offense. Oh. Number 54 is the guilty party. Yeah, had a little bit of a twitch. And he's the replacement at left tackle for TCU, apparently. Not too much laundry so far. So now 2nd and 12. Hoover back to pass, and he's in trouble, and he's sacked! Yes! Number 32. Dorber is apparently how it's pronounced. So it's 1:42 left. Looked like the Sun Devils called a timeout. So now 3rd and 21. Okay, Hoover back to pass again. Got a lot of time. Able to get it to Payne, who escapes a few tackles, but fortunately cannot get the first down. He couldn't escape everyone. And again, there's another timeout being called. So 1:33 left. And here comes the punt. It's a bit short. So it was down at the 41 of the Devils. That took about 10 seconds to go through. And the wind's playing some havoc with the punting. The Guardians will be playing the Rangers as well on Fox. So 1:23 left, plenty of time to get things going, although the Devils only have one timeout. Levitt back to pass. Gets it off. Gets it caught by 83. Eusebio. Now, in college, clock stops when you get the first down, but then it gets rewound once the ball is set in place. Levitt passes it again to Mateer. He gets out of bounds, so the clock will stop for good at 1:08, and he got the first down. 12-yard gain. Ball's at the 32. Levitt back to pass again. Another pass completed to our Brown, number 3. Only a gain of about 4. So the clock's going to keep running. Ball's now at the 28. Levitt back to pass. And now he's going to run for his life. Oh, he fumbled! Do they count it as down? Nuts. Yep, that's a fumble. Oh, now they're saying that the runner's knee was down. So, plays under review. I'm surprised they called it the way they did it originally. If this had been the old days, that would have been a big break for the Devils. So, according to Pereira, they had a situation of 2 officials calling different things. Sonny Dykes looks really hot about the initial call, and now the waiting is the hardest part. Every day get 1 more yard. You take it on faith, you take it to the heart. The waiting is the hardest part. And boy, my voice is really pitchy from drinking milk for lunch. And from the game I watched last week against Baylor, there supposedly is expedited review. Didn't see it once last week, and I have yet to see it in this game. Now, the referee's taking the headphones off. So, TCU's got the ball back at the 25, and he lofts a pass to Payne, but he only gets a yard. Clock is still winding down, under 30 seconds. Hoover back to pass, and he gets the pass off to Dwyer, but one of Jade's headbands is in the backfield, and there are only 17 seconds. Preliminary indication is against the Horned Frogs. So, barring the ultimate miracle, TCU's not going to be able to score here. Holding on number 56 in the offense. 10 yards from the spot of foul. On Taylor Whitfield. And the clock's apparently going to start up again once the play clock begins. And he did pull the defender down to the ground. And it looks like they're just going to let the clock run out. ASU called a timeout. So apparently he made a mistake. He maybe thought it was third down for some reason and they might get a chance to attempt a punt block later on down the line. But he only had one timeout, so TCU takes a knee, and they're up by 3 with the half over. So we got the halftime show. They're going over the game at the Fox broadcast headquarters. I know what's going on. Time for me to draw the blinds. So apparently Florida State and Virginia went to overtime. So and looking at these baseball standings, the A's have improved quite well. Not enough to get a winning record, though. The White Sox, at least, are better than they were before, but they still lost 100 games. But the worst team in the league now, that goes to Colorado. They won't get to 120, but they're pretty close. Only 43 wins so far. And they're currently losing to San Francisco 5-0. Looks like the Cubs are primed to get the top wild card spot. They pummeled St. Louis at Wrigley Field. I was wearing my Cubs shirt earlier today. It's actually underneath my Sun Devil shirt from when they won the World Series 9 years ago. Definitely something for me to treasure. So, got noticed by a couple of guys out by the Schmitza Pizza. They didn't look none too happy to see that. For what it's worth, since they won the World Series, I'm a satisfied guy. Since they won that thing. Everything after that, if they get into the playoffs, is icing on the cake. It's a shame they had to let the core go so quickly after that. 2017, they won the division again, got to the championship series again in grand fashion, but couldn't make it work. So this is a good time where I should have one of those overlays because there's really nothing much left for me to talk about. Fox is going to cover their big games for tomorrow. USC plays Illinois. Still can't get used to Pac-12 teams playing in the Big Ten. My late father's alma mater in Champaign. So they've got Brady Quinn, Matt Liner. I know he was with the game day crew before, along with Quinn, but apparently they've added Mark Ingram and Urban Meyer. He seems to have recovered nicely from his debacle in Jacksonville. So if the Devils can keep up the momentum. Although that last fumble was quite the momentum killer. I'm tired of waiting. Let's see what the score was in the Florida State game. Oh, UVA won. Okay. Currently, the Big 12 has 7 undefeated teams still. A consequence of when you play a bunch of underpowered schools from 1AA. Among the others are Iowa State, Texas Tech, Houston, BYU, UCF, that's Central Florida, y'all, and Arizona. Fascinating. Trying to think of what else I can talk about. So apparently, at the Vikings Stadium, they have corgi races during halftime. I could play the video. I'm not sure if I'd get busted as a result. In the meantime, I gotta figure out why I'm still having trouble getting the mic to be heard when I schedule these things early. Since my laptop can't get a stable connection regardless of where I put it, the new one anyways, the relatively new one, the less old one, and the old one will no longer let me go live once I hit the live button. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Now, with the way things are shaping up here in Northwest Oregon, starting Monday, it'll be earnestly fall like weather, so I can turn in the AC and maybe move some things around. But in the meantime, I'm going to look at these Florida State Virginia highlights. End zone interception. And the crowd was ready to mob the field. I hope I hope no one died in that process. One thing I can talk about is that I'm still upset that they cut down the size of Sun Devil Stadium, which is now Put Your Corporate Logo Here Stadium. I mean, it used to sell out regularly back in the day. And I don't know why they felt compelled to take out the north high end seats. for the sake of a humongous scoreboard. They could have still had that and just placed it at the very tippy top of the stadium. Maybe get rid of a few seats. I mean, they did have problems with attendance over time, but they took out more than they should have. I would have just left it alone. Downsizing was the word I was going to use. They should not have downsized it. Yeah. Well, I'm going to see about trying to do another stream. I'll schedule it up again. No. What is the Sunday night football game? They've gotten into doing the flashing lights during the night. Oh, yeah, the Packers and the Cowboys. Crowd's getting amped up. Looks like they're going to have Gomez kick it off. TCU's going to receive it. Ugh. And it's, he squibbed it. He tried a direct kick to have it bounce off a TCU player, but Battle was able to get it right off the bat. Expect the unexpected with this team. Definitely did not expect that, and I'm not terribly happy with it either. So Hoover gets off the pass quickly. Manjack got the completion, but it was only for 5 yards. So Hoover in the gun, man in motion is Manjack. It's a fake handoff and a tast. And a pass to Rogers, a tight end. He gets the first down. Hoover back to pass. Oh, he got Manjack wide open. He skied for it nevertheless. And TCU's getting off to a blazing start. So they're already at the 6 of the Sun Devils. And it's a handoff. And Payne slips and hits the grass at the 8, so it's a loss of 2. And we had an attempt at a bit of trickery. McAllister, the intended receiver, after a fake handoff, but it was lofted too high and out of his reach. So it'll be 3rd and goal. And he's going to try it again. Oh, is it picked off? It was picked off! All right! They had that covered really well. Number 6 with the interception. It was Wilson with the pick. And Dwyer actually got his hands on it pretty good, but couldn't handle it, and it was like what happened with Harrison yesterday for the Cardinals. Bounced off his hands right into the defense. I'll be. Ugh. All right. So we get a lucky break there. Okay. As we watch the replay, it was double bobbled by Dwyer. And now we have a handoff. First down was gotten by R. Brown, number 3. So ball's at the 19, as it was pretty deep in the Sun Devils' end. Another handoff. And it looks like a gain of 3. So it's 2nd and 7. Another handoff. And another short gain. R. Brown again. Well, that's considered only 2 yards, so 3rd and 5. Only a 3-man rush, and that allows Levitt to get plenty of time and complete the pass. And McLean with the catch, who broke a couple of tackles. Ball's at the 40 now. Levitt back to pass again, and he's going to gut it again. Oh, he caught it! Wow! Hamilton, number 16. There is a flag on the play, though. Preliminary indication it's a hold on the secondary. Ooh. '21 on the defense. Bud Clark. Quite the catch. And now we have a swing pitch to Brown, R. Brown, number 3. He gets a couple of yards before being forced out of bounds. Still impressed with that. Second and 6. Levitt back to pass. He's going to loft it. Intended for Tyson, but it was a little too high. And if 26 from TCU had been bothered to look at the ball, he could have tried to he could have gotten a chance to intercept it. At any rate, Levitt back to pass. And he's going to try and run for it, and he gets the first down. Short of the goal line, but he's got a first down. So 4 attempts to be able to punch it through. And he's quite the dangerous weapon with his legs. And he slipped while he was behind the line, but he managed to overcome that. Ball's at the 4. We got a wide out handoff again to the CBO, but he is stopped. Kennedy, number 7, with a great open field tackle. And Eusebio outran his blocker. Okay. Eusebio's in motion now. Levitt hands it off to Rakeem Brown again, but minimal gain. That was a gang tackle right there. Got through the O-line pretty good. So, yeah, he only got a yard. Levitt's got an empty backfield. Back to pass. He's going to try and run. Oh, no, he does. Oh, he tried to fake the jump pass. Unfortunately, he got sacked in the process. So, decision time. Now the connection to the TV's out. You can't catch a break, man. Good golly, Miss Molly. All right. It looks like they're going to go for it. Sorry for whoever's just joined me. And now they're going to call a timeout, it looks like. Okay, so it looks like they just decided on a delay a game. So Gomez will attempt the kick about a 26-yarder. And he barely got it in, but he got it in. Exactly 7 minutes left in the third. So, take a look at the WNBA. Oh, we got the Mercury playing the Lynx. And Phoenix is up by 1 over Minnesota with just under 5 minutes to go. And now Minnesota's just tied it up. Or actually, they've now taken the lead. Las Vegas beat Indiana earlier in Indianapolis, so the Aces are up 2-1. So this is something to keep our eye on. They may have made all 3. And the kickoff has been done, and it's another weird one. That was another weird kick. Was it another attempt at a ricochet? So nobody even touched it, and it wound up going out of bounds. So the ball's at the 35. That was another head-scratching decision. At any rate, Hoover's back to pass for the Horned Frogs, and it's caught tippy-toeing 1 foot in bounds. So first down was had. It's now at the 46. And a quick pass, and receiver wasn't looking for the ball, Dwyer, so it went incomplete. And the guys in the booth are endlessly debating whether a TCU player touched it on the kickoff. Hoover's back to pass, gets it out quickly again to Manjack, who is dodging tacklers, but only gets 5 in that process. So we're in third down mode. And hello there. Take off your jacket and stay a while. Feel free to chat me up. Or not. So, coming down to 6 minutes left in the third. Hoover back to pass, gets it off quick again, and Manjack gets it beyond the first down marker. So, Hoover's endeavoring to get these passes off as quickly as possible and avoid the sack. So we're in Sun Devil territory at the 42. Bunch of people in motion for the Horned Frogs. Hoover back to pass, fakes the quick throw this time. Oh! Get it to Curtis, the tight end. Mid-range gain. So they're already down to the 21. Jeez. Another quick completion to Manjack. Got down to the 1. So TCU offense is definitely woken up. And we have a handoff to Battle, who's trying to battle his way into the end zone. But they're saying he's short. So he's at the half-yard line. You don't get any challenges in colleges, I still believe. Battle thought he got in, but there's nothing they can do about it. Let's see. Will they do the tush push here? Yeah, they try it. And it's definitive this time, touchdown. It's more like a back push this time. So extra point attempt. Oh, we got a way offside. Unless they call a false start. Offside on the defense. So that was a dead ball foul, apparently. So they called time on that, and they're going to redo the kick. It happened again. Guy's got a case of the yips. So 24-17. Playing AC/DC's. Playing the pipes. It's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll. Okay, let's see what's going on with the basketball game. So the Mercury are now up by 2. It's been a tight game throughout. If you look at the game flow, doesn't appear like anyone's gotten a double-digit lead. There's a timeout due to a coach's challenge on Minnesota's part in terms of a shooting foul. The big three for the Mercury both have double-digit scores. Thomas, Sabali, and Copper. And the Lynx have their own big three. Collier, McBride, and Williams scoring double digits as well. Couple of people in foul trouble. At least in terms of who's in the game now. I don't know why, but I've got this video glitchiness going on too. Oh well, what the hell. It's quite the efficient drive by TCU. And the kick again goes to the back of the end zone. And now we got a flag here. Oh, actually, it went out of bounds. So Arizona State's going to get at the 35. So 4:02 left in the third. And ASU's trying to get its personnel right. There's a no huddle. And now, apparently, there's still confusion. And we've been called for illegal substitution. I'm doing a big break. Okay, 1st and 15. Levitt back to pass after faking the handoff. Brown able to get away from a TCU player, but he's ridden out of bounds by another one. He only got about maybe 4. It was a gain of 4. Levitt back to pass. Gets another quick pass off to Brown again, who again is forced to the sideline, and there's a nice open field tackle by number 3 of the Horned Frogs. Only got 3. I'm surprised he got even that much. Out at the 38. Levitt back to pass again. Another quick pass out to Mateer, but he's short. Again, decision time. They haven't had good luck in short yard situations. But it looks like they're going to go for it again. Levitt. Oh! Almost sacked, but he gets the pass off to Tyson, who made a great catch. Oh! Number 1 made a diving attempt at a tackle. That was Jordan. Tyson made a great catch, sliding down, having to go back for the ball to catch it. Ball's now at the Horned Frogs 42, and a significant Brown by K. Brown, number 3. Gets 7. Ay, 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 ay. I don't know why I'm yawning. So 1:30 left in the third. And a quick handoff to Brown, and he's going to get a first down easily and gets forced out of bounds by number 2 Johnson of the Horned Frogs. Ball's now at the 25 at TCU. So Arizona State getting their own quick drive out. Brown again, but he's quickly stopped and only gets a yard. Oh no, this is Kyson Brown, number 1. Getting our Browns mixed up here. Quarter's almost over. This will probably be the last play they get off. Unless there's a stoppage somehow. Levitt back to pass. Gets it complete to Tyson again. And he was forced out of bounds. So initially it stopped the clock, but it's being run again. Did a double move twice to the right to get away from the defender. And yep, third quarter's over. 1 quarter left to go. Like what they did with the animated mascots. Our Sun Devil getting a little chuckle in there. All right, let's go back to the game. Oh, Mercury are up now by 8 with just 22 seconds left. I believe this game is in Phoenix. So all the big 3 of the Merc have gone over the 20-point mark. Thomas also has 8 rebounds and 8 assists. She's been the triple-double queen this year. This would be pretty big if they are able to accomplish the beating of the number 1 seed. They already beat the defending champions. Now they're beating the defending runners-up. And Minnesota's taking a timeout. And now we got a bunch of missed shots by the Lynx. Alyssa Thomas got a defensive rebound. That's her 9th of the game. And apparently they decided to end it. So good job by the Mercury. So one Arizona team got it right tonight so far. We'll see about the other. They can finish the job. They're currently driving. Gotta step out a little bit. Hopefully I can remember to unmute this when I get back. Okay. So Arizona State's had the better part of the time of possession. They don't have the lead yet. I've yet to have gotten a lead, actually. Oh, pass complete to Harpole, who's dodging and weaving around tacklers, and he's close to a first down if he didn't get it already. He got to the 2. So, yeah, definitely a first down. And we have a running play for Brown, but he's hemmed in by the Horned Frogs defense. When you're running towards a short part of the field, that's not a good thing. And Levitt was scrambling to try and find somebody open on the far end, but it didn't go. So, 3rd and goal. Empty backfield for Levitt. He gets a quick pass off, but it's incomplete. Again, decision time. Looks like the pass was tipped. So they look like they're going for it. Nope. Defensive breakup of the pass. Ugh. Hope this night doesn't end in frustration like last night. Cardinals come back from 14 down only to lose it on a last-second field goal. Again. They're so close. They're so close. Oh. And it's 8:52 p.m. Pacific time. All right, defense has got to hold them. So TCU's buried in their own end zone. See if the Sun Devils can take advantage. And there's an audible going on with Hoover. And he hands it off. And they're forced to the ground early. A yard loss. Payne got hit early in the backfield, was able to escape the tackle, but could not escape number 4. Rouser. So it's 2nd and 11. And they're buried even further deep towards the end zone. Hoover back to pass. He gets the pass off quick. Gets it to Rogers, number 0. Gets a gain of about 5 or 6. So those quick passes are really working for the Horned Frogs. In the back in motion. Hoover gets the pass off. Oh, almost picked off. Oh, that could have gone 6. Well, they're definitely going to punt it. Right on his hands, and he couldn't bring it in. Oh, almost blocked a punt. And another short punt. And it takes a Sun Devil bounce back towards the TCU end zone. And it's down at the 39 of the Horned Frogs. Sun Devils are a bit fortunate they didn't rough the punter in the process. Okay. So, we didn't let that failed fourth down attempt punish us that much. Close the weather now. This weekend will be the last chance, it looks like, for us to have warm weather during the day. Oops. Don't want to close that. So, 3 fourth down attempts did not go well. We had a missed field goal and 2 failed attempts to get it on runs, so it led to 2 turnovers on downs. Levitt and Tyson have had themselves a good night, but it'll be all for naught if they don't win this game. Levitt fakes the handoff, throws it off to the side for Tyson. 5-yard gain. Actually, only 4 yards, 2nd and 6. Levitt back to pass again, gets it to Mateer, and he gets a first down. But he's down and hurt. So we may have an injury timeout coming up. He got hit in the thigh by Johnson, number 2. But he's being pulled up by the training staff, and he's walking away under his own power. So ball's at the 28. Levitt hands the ball off. Nice run by Brown, number 1. K. Brown, number 1. Got 6 yards on the play, so it'll be 2nd and 4. Mateer's fortunately back in the field. And we have another handoff. I think it was the same Brown, but he got nothing. Yep. K. Brown, number 1, but he got nothing. Ugh. So 3rd and 4. Oh, actually, earlier there was a 4th down conversion for the Devils. Barely. Levitt back to pass. It's another quick one. Tyson gets it. Gets the 1st down. But there's a flag on the play. '83, the guilty party, Eusebio, guilty of offensive pass interference. Something that's rarely called when it comes to the pick play, but he just decked the other defensive player. So it'll be 3rd and 19 now, because that's a 15-yard penalty against the offense. TCU is blitzing, and now Levitt's trying to get out. Looked like he had some room to roam, but it wasn't that much room as it turns out. So it'll be 4th down. So they're going to try for a field goal. Gomez will be attempting a 43-yarder this time. And this one's no good either. This time he hooked it to the right. Oh. Now 7 left in the game. Ay, 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 ay. So many points unable to be scored. Two missed field goals and a failed red zone attempt at a touchdown. Ugh. So, ball's placed at the 26 of TCU. They have the ball back. Sun Devils attempting a blitz. And he's sacked! Elliott, number 44, tracking him down. Second and 13 now. Handoff. And, great job of bouncing off of tackles. He was down seemingly for the count in the backfield, but he escapes very well and gets 10. And now TCU's taking its time getting the play in, trying to get the clock wound down. They had an itchy trigger finger earlier in the game, and now they want to run as much clock as possible. And it's now caught by Small, number 18. He gets the first down. And we're halfway through the fourth quarter, so time's running out for the Devils. And fake handoff, and another sack! Smith, number 10. This one for a lot more yardage lost. I'm somewhat surprised that they're doing the pass as much as they do. I mean, they were on him quick. So it's second and 20. Fourth sack of the game. 11th tackle for loss. Hoover back to pass. Oh, tipped by a Sun Devil linebacker. So it's incomplete. Hughes 18 on the tip. That stops the clock, more importantly. 6:29 left. Okay, let's see what the defense can do this time. Hoover back to pass. And again he's sacked! Whoa! Defense coming up huge! That's the third sack on this drive alone. So half the sacks they've gotten have been on this drive. It was just a four-man rush. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Hello there. Feel free to chat me up if you want. Take off your jacket and stay a while. Or not. And they get the punt off. Another high punt. This time it gets a TCU bounce. Gets to the 27. .542 left to go. Plenty of time to get a tying touchdown. All right. So the Sun Devils ready to go. Oh, a burst up the middle, and Raheem Brown forced out of bounds ultimately. That was a great run. Let's see where they spotted it. To the TCU 38. And this time he only gets 2. So Leek Brown has over 100 yards rushing on just 17 carries. Levitt back to pass. Gets it to Brown again. And he gets a first down this time, and then some more. So the ball's at the 23 now. Uh-oh. They tried to do a outpost to Mateer, but he caught it behind the line of scrimmage and got dropped. So they actually lost a yard. TCU came with the blitz. Levitt back to pass again. Good. Loft it. Oh, did he get it? No. Incomplete. Couldn't hang on. Tyson was the intended receiver. Ugh. And if he'd have held on to it, his feet would have been in bounds. Another blitz by TCU, trying to get Levitt, but another incomplete pass. So now, another big decision. 4th and 11. Okay. Another half-hearted blitz. Oh my goodness, a late flag. It was incomplete. They were hollering for pass interference, and they got it at like the last second. He had his hands around his waist, so I don't know what took him so long to get the flag out. Maybe it was stuck. Who knows? Okay, half the distance to the goal, foul. And now we got to pass out to Brown, K, number 3. He gets 6. And Brando's mentioning that fact about the flag getting stuck. So we're under 3 minutes. It's 2nd and 5. Levitt back to pass. He gets it off quickly, but Tyson was set upon right away. And now we got another flag. Roughing the passer on the defense. Half the distance to the goal, automatic first down. Very late shove. We're getting the breaks now. Although they were good calls. So that stops the clock with 2:45. And now we got a bunch of bleeping and beeping. I don't know what the heck is going on. Sonny Dykes is really giving the refs a mouthful. So the ball's at the 3. It's a handoff to Brown. Again, he's stuffed. He just can't seem to do much with the run in the red zone. And Brando was saying earlier, this is where they miss a guy like Cam Scadaboo, someone who could power his way through the defense. So they do have a 2-minute warning in college now. And they're able to get the pass off. And they lose 2 on the wide receiver. Sonny Dykes still looking mean. The Sun Devils have nearly well, I wouldn't say doubled up. They've had 200 more total yards of offense than TCU. But they missed 2 field goals. Were unable to convert on a 4th and goal. This has been a long 2-minute warning. So this is 2 down territory, given the situation they're in. Levitt fakes it to Brown. Attempted to get to Tyson, but defense was right on him. Gets there just as the football did. Levitt's back to pass on 4th down. Finally, they got it! Tyson's the man! Go, Devils, go! Go, Devils, go! Now they got to get the extra point. With kicking being no gimme, still, this isn't like an NFL extra point. Yep, made the extra point. All right. So 150 left in the game. Plenty of time for TCU to do something. Now, this is going to be interesting because they essentially squibbed it twice in a row earlier in the 3rd quarter. They really need to get this thing up in the air. And they do. It's put down for a touchback, so it'll start at the 25. Sun Devil players on the sideline trying to get the crowd amped up. Ugh. Hoover back to pass. Oh, he gets off a quick one, but it's too far away from Manjack, and it's incomplete. Only takes 3 seconds off the clock. And this is a time where you wish they didn't open up the horseshoe. Oh, they got a sack! Oh, did they get the fumble? Oh, they got a fumble! Oh, my goodness! Wow! Number 32 in on the sack, and in on the getting the ball stripped, Dorba. Oh, yeah, he took it away before the knee fell down. Wow! Now they could just get a field goal. But I think they'd rather have the touchdown first. And, oh. So Brown only got 4 yards. He stayed in bounds, but there's a flag on the play. Horse collar tackle on the defense. So not only does he stop the clock, So there's some question about whether it was truly a horse collar tackle. So they would have run the clock again since it was in bounds. So TCU's forced to take a timeout. Or maybe they just wanted to have some time left on the clock in case ASU scores. Quite a time for drama. And they missed apparently a face mask on the offense as he was trying to do the stiff arm. We have a handoff to Brown. Who tries to bowl his way. So TCU calling another timeout. Brown got to about maybe the 3. They put a second back on the clock, so there's 1:26 left. Okay. It is at the 3. They try to do the white. Oh, no, it's a. Levitt tried the fake of the end around to the receiver and did the sneak, but he only got a yard. And timeout was quickly called by TCU. Only 4 seconds taken off the clock. Well, make it 3. They put a second back on. Hoover's warming up. He'll definitely get some time. The question is how much. You're talking about the mechanics of setting up for a field goal, but you really want to get a touchdown. And now we got a flag on the play again. Holding on 58 on the offense. They decide to decline the penalty, so it doesn't take time off the clock. They're actually going to go for the TD. Oh, boy. Yes, I guess we need the drama. Oh. They tried a quick sneak, and then they had a flag on the play. False start on the offense. So now they have no choice but to go for the field goal. So let's see. He's on the right hash. It's good. A lot of unnecessary sweating of the palms. And we have the kickoff. And, oh, they're going to take it out. Oh, and he is stopped way short of the 20. He didn't even get to the 15. They were flying down the field. And that took off another 5 seconds off the clock. Wow. Okay. Hoover's back to pass. Gets another quick one off to Rodgers, who's sure of the first down. And he's hurt. But he gets up, moving slowly towards the line of scrimmage. Clock is running. Hoover back to pass again. Intercepted! And he slides down. All right. Ha, ha, ha. What a comeback. Go, Devils, go. Wow. Wowzer. Yowza. Rouser. I think that was Rodgers. And look at that. He's just got his eye on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Yep, Hughes. So it'll be just 2 kneel downs. 44 seconds left. Ugh. So apparently they get a bye week next week before they face Utah on the road. All right. So, after all the craziness of trying to make sure everything worked, everything ultimately did work. I'll watch a little bit of the post game. And then try and get a good night's sleep. So, bye-bye. Bye, Bonds.